Hello, my name is Chris Cochran. I am co-owner and business manager for Mo City Productions, and beside me is Eric Anderson, CEO and artist for Mo City Productions. Thank you for taking the time to sit down and talk to me.
No problem.
One of the things as an artist, what is it that you've got coming up recently as some projects?
The main thing I got coming up on December 3rd, I'll be dropping a project called What Don't Kill Me Make Me Stronger. It's an album that I've been putting together probably for about the last year. And it basically just talks about some real life situations that I went through and how they made me stronger. Basically just, coming out on top, and at one point I did end up being homeless, and basically fighting my way from that to the point I'm at now, with, my business being a legit running business and, making a push in this music industry. So, that's basically what you're gonna get on the album, and the way that I did it, I definitely made it something that, people can groove to and, is catchy and, people like, but I definitely threw, my messages and everything in there as well. So it's kind of an all around good, good project.
Okay, and that's being released when?
December 3rd.
All right, so y'all keep watch for that. I know pre-orders are going to be start being taken soon, so watch for that to make sure you're one of the first ones to get yours. What do you consider your greatest inspiration for what you do?
My greatest inspiration has always been, and to wrap it up in one word, recognition. Being recognized for my talent, being recognized for my music. One of the, and when I realized this dream, it really came from an interview that Biggie was doing. And he was speaking about, being on stage and, however many thousand people, singing your lyrics back to you, and like for some reason I think when he said, I think I got goosebumps, because I kind of imagined myself on that stage and people singing my stuff back to me, and that's just the ultimate reward, for the hard work that you put into your music, for that many people to connect with it, for you to be able to, stop performing and they perform your song to you, so that's just been like my biggest inspiration, as an artist.
Okay. How would you define your music? What is your music most like? Or similar to, or in the same vein as?
I definitely define it as real hip hop, and the reason I say that is because, in my opinion, hip hop, has always been the talking or the reporting of what's going on in the community, in the neighborhood, and how we can rise up and get better, and the uplifting of the people and all of that with the rhythmic tones and everything. I definitely put a lot of real life into my music, things that I go through. I don't lie in my music, just for that reason, because I like the fact that I live my music. So pretty much anything you hear me say in my music, you can definitely put your money on it that I went through it or experienced it, known somebody close to me that went through it or whatever. That's what music is about. You draw inspiration from different places or whatever.
Okay. Now this is an opinion. But as an artist, I mean, you look around in today's game and you see people out here as artists wearing dresses, mumbling. What is your whole take on that as an artist?
Me personally, I don't do it, obviously. I'm 6'5", 295 pounds. I wouldn't look good in a dress. So it's definitely not for me as an artist. My opinion of it, as far as the culture, it's kind of setting us back a little bit. I don't even know if I use the right term in that sense, but you know, hip hop has always been, the culture of hip hop has always been, you know, street, you know, kind of grimy, you know what I'm saying? But now, I mean, guys wearing dresses. I mean, do what you do, like what you like, but I mean, guys wearing dresses and that's not for me. As far as mumble rappers are concerned, it's not really for me either. I put too much hard work and dedication into my music, and I like doing that. It gives me a rewarding feeling, you know, when I have a thought in my head about a song or how I want it to sound, and you know, creating that sound from scratch and then getting that finished product and it sounding how it sounds in your head. You know, that's, you know, it's a sense of accomplishment to me. So the whole mumble rap thing, man, it is what it is. I can respect, you know, that hip hop has different types of music, different, you know, forms of hip hop to form, you know, this whole thing that we call hip hop. I understand and respect, you know, all forms of it. It's just that it's being oversaturated with just that, you know, right now. And, you know, at the same time, you know, people aren't really, you know, paying respects to people who put in hard work before them, you know, to get them to be able to do, you know, what they're doing today, mumble rap or whatever it is, because if it wasn't for these people before you, you know, it wouldn't even be rap or hip hop, you know. So that's just my whole, you know, take on that. You know, I let everybody do them, but you know, as long as they stay out of my lane, we ain't gonna have no problems.
Okay, good. Just out of curiosity, what is your whole overview on the industry right now as a whole, as an artist?
Well, the industry is a lot. It's so much music out there, you know, so much different music. You know, the industry only gravitates towards pretty much one form or one genre of that, you know, music or that culture. And like I said, they oversaturate it and just drown you to death with the same shit over and over again. As an artist, I definitely feel that it needs to open up and I guess diversify and you know, showcase all of the different types of music, not just one or two, you know.
If people want to reach out to you, if they want to hear some of your music, how can they do that?
I mean, the first thing you can do is Google me, E.R.A, aka Mr. Anderson. Everything will pop up. For more recent stuff, you can catch me on Reverb Nation, E.R.A 313. Also, you can catch the official artist page. That's www.mrandersonmocp.com. Also, you can catch me on Instagram, Mr. Anderson 313, Twitter, The Machine 313, Facebook, E.R.A, aka Mr. Anderson. Like I say, man, just Google me. I'm all over.
Now, it's my understanding that you just released a mixtape September 30th.
It's called The Compilation. It's basically me and Jimmy. Jimmy did production on the whole thing. You know, he produced all the tracks. It's 9 tracks on there. And it was just released as, you know, just as a little introduction to Mo City and what we have to offer as far as, you know, the type of music we coming from. You know, content, you know, definitely catchy, you know, bangers on there, with pretty much whatever you want, you know. That's how we coming, and that's how we, you know, approach that project. We definitely wanted to, you know, just showcase the different aspects of putting songs together, you know, coming up with different topics and, you know, things like that. So it's a pretty good project, you know, it came out pretty good. Mixed and mastered it myself. Like I said, produced by Jimmy Beats. You can catch that on, download it for free on Audio Mac or SoundCloud, Reverb Nation, and also on the label page, and that's mocityllc.com.
Okay. If you could sum up in one brief conversation, what do you think, what do you attribute the horrible decline, and yes, I said that, in the music today, as an artist? What do you see as being that catalyst that is taking it down?
Unfortunately, the internet. When the internet came out and people started to put their music on the internet, and people started to get recognized for it and brought to the forefront, what that did, I mean, it's a double-edged sword. It was a good thing, it was a bad thing. It was a good thing because it gave people that platform to be able to, you know, put their music out and be heard, you know. But at the same time, people were putting their type of music out, and, you know, everybody's type of music, you know, is, you know, a little different or whatever. And with that being said, the label started, you know, gravitating towards people who, you know, just generated a big following, or they got a lot of numbers or a lot of likes, or, you know, they didn't necessarily have to have any talent, or, you know, necessarily have to be, you know, the next big artist or whatever. As long as they had the numbers, they went with them, they went behind them, and, you know, it kind of set a standard, and everybody started following it. And as you see, we're here where we are today.
All right, so remember, tell your mother's pastor to put that mic down. You know, in closing, what would be the one thing that you would tell aspiring artists right now? What word of wisdom or advice could you give to them?
Just be true to yourself, man. Do what you want to do. Don't let, if you know in your heart that you want to be an artist, don't let anybody tell you how hard it's going to be. You shouldn't do this, you shouldn't do that, you know. It doesn't matter what you do in life, it's going to be hard, you know. So if you really want to do music and be an artist, and then do it. And do it with, you know, with every, you know, ounce of your heart. And don't let anybody deter you from that. Be true to what you want to do, make the type of music you want to make. Invest in yourself, because if you don't invest in yourself, nobody else will. You know, a lot of people think that you just say, I want to be an artist, and it's supposed to, you know, people are supposed to just knock down your door and start shoving money in your face, and it's a long, hard road before you get to that, and you have to endure it. you know, to show that you really want it. And once you go through enough and, you know, stick with it, you'll start to see the, you know, the return of your investment. So that's basically it, man. Just stick with it and be true to it.
And make sure you have some talent too.
That does help.
Okay, again, if people want to learn about you or find out more about you, again, one more time, you want to tell everybody how to reach you.
You can definitely reach me by email. You can hit me up at mocp313.com. Facebook, Mr. Anderson, aka E.R.A, Mr. Anderson on there. Instagram, Mr. Anderson 313. Twitter, The Machine 313. Also, the phone number you can reach me at is 586-404-4498. So, you know, if you want to reach out, you know, any collaborations or, you know, any type of business on the services we offer or anything, just get at me, man. I'll get back.
All right, well, I want to take this time to thank you for being here. I know it's hectic for you sometimes, especially, you know, not just being an artist, but also being the CEO of the company, and all of the different areas that we're branched out into. If you have problems reaching him, you can also reach out to me. That would be Chris Cochran, 248-416-6425. You can also reach me at mcp2, Chris, CHRIS, @gmail.com. We look forward to hearing from you. We ask that you take the time, check out his music, take a listen, keep watch for that album dropping December 3rd. We will be taking pre-orders on that album in the next week or so. So, you know, make sure you get in there. And also, look at some of his social media. You'll find some of his past music there as well. It'll kind of give you a taste or an idea of the flavor he brings to his music. So in the meantime, we look forward to hearing from you, and get out there and get this man's music. Thank you.